So for the second season in a row, I have a lemon tree that is completely and utterly overgrown with lemons. So now I have to try and come up with a plan of what to do with all of them. Not much of a baker or a cook, but it seems wasteful to let them all just fall on the ground and rot. So yeah, things to do with lemons. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Okay, so attempt number one to try and use up my lemons is lemon mousse. Now I saw this on a reel, so it wasn't exactly detailed, but I'm pretty sure it was whipped cream, whipped condensed milk, lemon juice and lemon zest. And it looked like it made sort of a moussey, instant puddingy thing. Don't know exactly how much of everything to use, so it's going to be a bit of a trial and error, but we'll give it a lash. Time will tell. Okay, so on the video I saw, it was all prettily applied with a piping bag, and well, I've never used a piping bag and I wasn't brave enough to try, so this is what I ended up with. Now apparently I just need to refrigerate this for 3 or 4 hours, and then it's supposed to be good. It should be good anyway, because it's sweetened condensed milk, cream and lemon juice, so none of those things are bad. I might go crazy and try freezing one of them to see if it tastes better frozen or not, but time will tell. Okay, so after about 3 hours in the fridge, it's gelled up nicely and it's got a really good moussey sort of flavour and it's got a good lemon bite. So not too bad. The freezer one was a bit of a fail. It just was too icy and yeah, the texture wasn't very nice. But as far as a fridge-ready dessert that uses lemons, it's pretty good. Okay, so my next mission to use up all the lemons in the world is lemon curd. Apparently, all it needs is lemons, egg, some sugar, and it's supposed to be butter, but I don't got no butter, so that'll have to do. But I think I made this last year to try and use it up, and it wasn't too terrible, good for pancakes, so we'll give it a lash. Okay, so here is my lemon curd. So this is definitely a different recipe than the one I used last time, because the last one didn't have any zest in it, so that'll probably make it not quite so smooth. But once it's cooled down and I can be bothered making pancakes, I'll give it a test run. I don't really do toast, so pancakes with lemon curd on it sounds like the next best option. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I made little tiny pancakes because proper grown up ones I make a total mess when I try and flip them. So they're sort of like double sized pie clips rather than pancakes, but they do the job. So lemon curd does the business on pancakes. Not quite as good as the traditional lemon juice and sugar, but still pretty good. This lemon curd, I think last time I made it, I didn't put any lemon zest in, so it's a little bit more grainy because of the zest, but still pretty tasty. But to use up the number of lemons I've got on the tree, I'd have to make about 57 litres of lemon curd, and I don't think I need that much lemon curd in my life. Okay, so this is the easiest recipe I saw for lemon ice cream. Didn't need an ice cream machine, didn't need any other weird ingredients, just stuff I already had. So just apparently cream and sugar and lemon for the juice and the zest. I can't see how it's not gonna end up having an icy texture without an ice cream machine, but hey, we'll give it a go, see what happens. Fingers crossed. Okay, so it's been about 6 hours in the freezer, so seeing we were trying to use up lots of lemons, I topped this one with lemon curd, and this one I froze it for an hour or two, and then I stirred lemon through, so it's kind of got like a lemon curd swirl. So now it's time for the all-important taste test. Now I'm sure it'll be more icy than shop-bought ice cream, because I don't have an ice cream maker, but hey, even cruddy ice cream's still good, right? Let's see. So I don't have any footage from making this because the kids at the kindergarten next door are having a mini riot and there's the noise of insane children. But my last attempt to make things out of lemon was lemon marmalade. So yeah, I don't know if it's just that it's got way less sugar than store-bought marmalade, or I don't know if I slightly overcooked it and it's got a bit of a burned taste, or if it's because it's made just using lemons and no other citrus, but it feels a bit more bitter than shop-bought marmalade. It's still okay, but it's probably a lifetime's worth of marmalade, so I don't think I'll be needing to make marmalade again next lemon season. But yeah, I think now we're stretching the limits of my baking and cooking ability and my attempt to use up all the lemons. Kia ora! So I have tried 4 different ways to use up the billions of lemons growing in my backyard. And some of them were, well, none of them were terrible, so that's positive. Lemon curd I've done before, and it's relatively simple, and even a cooking cretin like me can handle it. And it uses up a fair chunk of lemons but you don't really eat a lot of lemon curd unless you lived on pancakes or toast, or as I discovered, you can use it to flavour ice cream. So, but it's an easy way to use a lot of lemons. The lemon mousse was an interesting experiment. After trying putting lemon curd into the ice cream, I think I'd like to try that again and maybe put lemon curd into that to give it a bit more texture and flavour. And I think I need to try and figure out the texture so I could maybe freeze it and make it more ice creamy. Because the lemon ice cream I tried to make was good the day I made it, but the longer it stayed in the freezer, the less ice creamy the texture got. Because I don't have an ice cream maker, it's just beaten. So it got more and more solid and less yummy ice cream texture as it got more frozen. And the marmalade was, I don't know if I just burned it or if it was bitter because it was only lemons and no other sweeter citrus as well, or if that's just what homemade marmalade tastes like because it hasn't got 24,000 truckloads of sugar like store bought. Don't know. But again, 4 jars of marmalade's probably going to last me till Christmas of 2029 or later. So the odds of me using up all my lemons by making marmalade, unless I'm going to start giving marmalade to every person I meet, pretty slim. So, as far as ways to use up all my lemons, it's going to be lemon curd, and it's going to be maybe trying to improve making the ice cream, but maybe more of the mousse than the ice cream because the sweetened condensed milk definitely made it yummier. And if I can figure out the texture so I can freeze it better, then I'd say that'll be the winner. Except I don't want to use an entire lemon tree worth of ice cream because otherwise I'll be a fatty fat. And the world doesn't need that. But anyway, that's just 4 options for any of you that have got a tree full of lemons that's completely going gangbusters and you do not know what to do with it and you've tried to give away all the lemons to every human you know, and even some that you don't. Then yeah, lemon curd or lemon ice cream. Yum. Have fun.